Could you use a quick tip daily? How about a tip that can impact your day? My name is Raphael. Join me as I bring you tips by experts around the world. These experts have shared their knowledge and wisdom with me and will directly share them with you. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and comment, and I would love for you to become part of the New Tip Daily community. Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you had an exceptional last couple of days. When we consider what I want to talk to you about today is redo. And many a times we have done our best effort to get something done, but maybe our boss, our partner, our family member, our friend does not like what we did. They don't. They really just don't like it. So what do? We have a couple of choices. They have choices and we have choices. But let's say they used the wrong approach in telling us they didn't like what we did. And they came off really kind of nasty or hurtful in the way they want you to redo what you did already. Maybe it took you time. Maybe it took you lots of effort. And they didn't even consider what you did or the amount of time you spent on this thing. And so maybe they were not so nice about the way to asking you to redo something. And you go, oh, I'm so mad. They needed me to do this. And what happens to your mind? What happens with the communication you have within yourself? So, what I want to talk to you about today is how do we communicate to ourselves for better results? So, when somebody asks us to redo something, let's consider that. Let's ask ourselves some questions. Maybe ask them some questions. Why don't we start with asking them? Because maybe we thought we did a great job. Say, okay, I get it. I'm sorry that you're mad. Um, how can I fix this to make it better and to make it just the way you want it? And they're going to maybe say, I already told you the first time. I understand. Maybe I misunderstood you. Would you mind clarifying? So that's one of the key ingredients that we need to do when somebody wants us to redo something because we didn't do it the way they wanted it. So we may have to ask for clarity. And that, my friend, that's huge because maybe we didn't do that the first time. And that's where communication 101 really happens because anytime that somebody wants me to do something, I don't just go, yep, got it. And then I take off. No. If I'm over here and I'm talking to you and I'm saying, Mary, I need you to take care of these folders and I want you to organize them. And then Mary goes, okay, how do you want me to organize them? I'm sorry. I'm trying to be a Mary. Do you want me to put them in alphabetical order or color coded? How do you want it? Crazy personalities going on here. But I just wanted to share with you that she wanted clarity. I didn't give her clarity. I didn't tell her I wanted the folders filed alphabetically or in color coded or in sections. I didn't give her any details, but she did the most important thing to ask for clarity. So this is how we avoid redoing something. Don't get me wrong. You can ask for clarity and you may still do it wrong. So when you go to redo something, before you redo it, because you may do it wrong again, what we need to do is get into the aspect of, okay, I'm sorry, I messed that up. How can I make it better? How can I make it the way you want it? Would you please even clarify more than I know last time we had a discussion about it, but I don't want to make that mistake again. So can you help me understand a little better? Maybe I had to do it this way. Maybe I had to do it that way. Maybe you wanted this first and that second. So help me out here. It is important to say those words right there. Can you help me with clarity? Can you help me understand what it is that you're exactly looking for? Once we get to that clarity, it should not be so difficult to redo. For example, I I was very young. I was working in an architectural firm, and I was on different projects and so forth. They saw what I was able to do, and a manager came over and said, Rafael, I want you to head this project, and we're making you the project manager. I was like, wow, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I knew that I had to gather a team. Now, everyone on my team, guess what? Had been at this company way longer than me. I actually had come to the company as a consultant. They brought me in as a temporary, if you will. And then they bought my contract out because they loved what I did. They bought my it was called Architects. They bought my contract from Architects because they wanted to keep me. They said it was I was too valuable to what they were doing for them to just go get a different temp. Maybe they had gotten a bunch of different architectural temps and so forth. So what wound up happening is they spent thousands of dollars to buy my contract out. And then they gave me the salary that I wanted. So they spent a lot of money to acquire me. And with that in mind, what wound up happening is they saw even more value that they wanted me to head a team out to work on a certain project. So I needed to now incorporate some of the people that I had been working alongside, and now I had to become their boss. Man, can I tell you, there was so much murmuring going around, so many rumors going around. Who is he? What does he know? He's so young. He's so fresh. He just got here. But what wound up happening is anytime we did a drawing, and this is how I was handed drawings. If things were missing or out or had to be changed, they would be red inked or highlighted. So I I had a woman who was literally um, had probably 15 years more experience than me. And she was one of the ones that was saying things under her breath. She was mad. She was passed up for that position. And I got it. I'm so fresh and new and all this. She was upset. And I understood that. And I said, when I said to her, hey, I need you to be on this team because they told me that this is the people I could select from. And I love your work. That's how I started. I love your work. I and so she was still very grumpy about it. And what wound up happening is I asked her to do a project, certain drawings. And when she brought them back to me, she goes, they're done and they're perfect. I said, okay, great, thank you. I'm not taking her word for it because my job is on the line. So I went through the drawings. I highlighted the things that she missed. I redlined things that had to be added that were not added, and then I handed it back to her. Oh my God. Did with the I should have been dead with the looks she gave me, but I handled it in a very particular way. And I said, I'm not going to use her name. Let's say Joan. Joan, by the way, great job, but we are missing a couple of things. I kind of marked them for you so it's easier and we can go around. She kind of took it from me and, oh, okay, I'll get it done. And yeah, she didn't talk that way, but I'm just saying it was so, her voice got deeper and she was not so nice about it. So she came back. And I said, thank you again. I really appreciate you taking the time to go over what I wrote and the remarks I put on that drawing. Can you believe it? She missed a bunch of them because of her anger. She did some of them, and then she did things that she was not supposed to do. So I had to mark it again. And this time, before I sat down with her, I said, Joan, I said, I know how you must be feeling that I'm the one in charge here. I said, but I didn't put me in charge. I let her know it wasn't me. It wasn't my fault. I said, if you have any issues, you can definitely talk to management. But for me, I have a project to get done, and I need you to be the best version of you, the version that I know, the version that I trusted when I first came to you. I gotta tell you that I'm sorry to say, but I had to mark it again because you missed a couple of things. I said, is it okay if I go over them with you this time? So we don't have to keep going back and forth. I said, listen, if they come back to me and say, what's taking so long? I don't want to throw you under the bus. I want to tell them how amazing you are. So, and I know you're amazing. Could you please just take 5 minutes and let's review this? Her tone changed because I kept reminding her how I valued her. So when I asked her to redo it for the third time, I I let her know how much I valued her and that it wasn't my fault that she made the mistakes. And it wasn't my fault that I was put in charge. I was put in charge for a reason. We both are at this company to accomplish something, and we need to be part of the team. After that, she came back. Everything was perfect. It was, well, there's nothing perfect, but for that instance, it was amazing. It was exactly what it needed to be. And she came back and she goes, I think I finished. I did it right this time. I said, thank you so much. I said, it's okay if we look at it together. Once again, I gave her the opportunity to go through everything. So the way that worked is you would have the printed copy with all the red marks and the new drawing that she did. And we look at them and we compare them together. And I go, my God, I said, you did an amazing job. I am so proud of you and proud of the work you did. And thank you for making me look good. I'm just gonna I'm gonna let the bosses know that you are an exceptional um, architect and that you are doing great things here. So thank you for being part of an amazing team. And I know that we can definitely work great together. And I think there's some more drawings I have to get to you. Would that be okay if I came to you in a couple of minutes? That's how I was able to handle that through communication. Had I approached her in a negative, hey, get this done. And then she came back and, oh, what's wrong with you? You did it wrong. Didn't you see the red marks? Didn't you see what I did? That would have been so devastating to her, to me, and to the project. So, communication is how we treat other people, even when they mess up. And it's also how we can understand how maybe we messed up and it's okay to mess up. So consider how we handle every situation. Every situation is based on the way we communicate every single time. Hey, how are you? I think I'm saying your name correctly. Udo, thank you so much for being here with me. I hope I said your name correctly. I appreciate you. So when we consider when somebody asks us to do a redo, how are they asking? But then how are we handling it? So let's handle it with a willing to help, not a willing to, or the communication that we tell ourselves, oh my God, they don't know how awesome I am. Well, no, you're not showing them how awesome you are because of your attitude. So if you come with a great attitude, people will know how awesome you are. So always come with the best possible attitude. And communication is so important. As you can tell, the way I handled the situation, the way she eventually came around, and we were able to do great projects together. Yes, I was her boss from then on, and while I was at that company, she never got promoted. She actually, that's not true. She got promoted, but not at the position that she wanted. She never got my position. She got a lower position because of her capabilities. She was amazing, but it also could have been her attitude. And that's why it wasn't up to me to promote her, it was up to the bosses. And maybe because I put in a good word, because they always communicated with us. That was one good thing about this particular architectural company. They always communicated, how is your team? How did you do it? Who who are some of your key players? How did they handle the situation? And that is thank you. That is how people were able to move up in the company because of feedback. So feedback is part of communication. And I want to share this with you guys. I have a great master class coming up on communication. And it's not just me, a bunch of amazing experts, literally from around the world, from Switzerland to Hawaii to the UK, all over the world, from the US. So take a look.
Welcome to Speaking Prowess, where we believe in the power of communication to transform lives. If you're ready to take your communication skills to the next level, then mark your calendars for April 5th, because we've got something special for you. We have a lineup of some of the most influential communication experts in the industry. These are the voices that will guide you on a journey to enhance your ability to connect, influence, and succeed. At Speaking Prowess, our mission is clear: to empower you through effective communication. We know that mastering the art of communication isn't just about what you say. It's about how you say it and the impact it has on every aspect of your life. So take action now. Join us on April 5th and unlock your full speaking potential. Reserve your spot today and get ready to embark on a journey towards personal and professional growth. See you at the masterclass on April 5th.
Thank you, Thudo. Watching from South Africa. My God, I have so many friends in South Africa. Thank you for now becoming part of my family here. And I would love for you to be able to join us and just click on the link. I also put it in there. It's pretty easy, right? It's bit.ly, bit.ly slash SP April 5th. That's it. It's pretty easy. So I hope that you will be able to join us. Thank you so much. And I do have so many friends from all over the world. I am blessed that way. So thank you guys for being here with me. And I ask you a huge favor. It would mean the world to me if you followed and you liked this show and you made comments and you came along. As you know, I have 5 shows and I love sharing and helping people. Thank you. You've registered. I love it. Thank you so much. I hope more people will register. It's going to be so impactful. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. It's family day. I mean, every day is family day, but on this show, we're going to talk about health and fitness, family, communication, business, meditation. So tomorrow it's going to be on family and communication. So thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have yourself an exceptional rest of your day.